Hi, I'm Prabhu Chawla. Welcome to Headlines Today, Shansha Speaks. And who else can be Shansha of Bollywood? Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. Welcome to the studio, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
You have so many congratulations due to you. You are becoming now father-in-law of one of the most beautiful women in the world. Your son has done so well. How are you feeling as a father now?
I am really delighted and very privileged that God has been kind on me and my family. I feel very proud for Abhishek that he's able to establish himself on his own, able to stand on his own feet. I'm happy to have a wonderful daughter-in-law to be, Aishwarya, to be a member of my family, and just grateful to God that he has been so kind to me.
No, this keeping this family together, for example, it has been great asset of yours.
I don't know. I would like to believe that I have imbibed these from my father. My father was a luminary, the biggest luminary of the family. He started it all. We bear his surname. His surname was created by him. It's not a caste name, so to say. It was his nom de plume because he was a poet, and that became a family name. I am proud that I am the first bearer of that name in the next generation. And I just feel happy that we are adding to this glory of this name that he created, and just happy that he was able to be alive to see his next generation prosper.
But keeping a family of so many stars together is a big challenge, isn't it?
I don't think so. This challenge is in
the eyes. Because you are a superstar, therefore.
No, it's not. It's got nothing to do with that. I think it's in the eyes of the other people. For us, we are just a very normal family, just like anybody else.
But Amitabh was no threat to Bachchan ji at that time, because Bachchan ji was
we should never be, because nobody can be a threat to Babuji.
Yeah, but Babuji was
what he has attained and what he has achieved will live for thousands and thousands of years.
But
we are already getting forgotten.
Amiji, but you have been a threat to your son as an actor.
Yeah, because we are in the same profession, but because of our differences of age, we have never ever infiltrated, so to say, in each other's territory. Yes, when we work together in front of the camera, then he is another artist, another character.
But you were competing with me in the same role. You were
yes,
like an item boy of Bollywood.
I would like to say that when we are both in front of the same frame, then we are not father and son. Then we are two actors.
Your rivals as well.
Absolutely.
But question now, you feel that for 2 years you are living under your shadow. You are the Amitabh Bachchan's son. Yes. Therefore, he was performing, keeping you as a role model. And that was a liability for him, isn't it?
I think yes. In some respects, you are right. When you come from a known family, then obviously the accusation is that you are getting a role because of your father. But eventually, that doesn't last very long. Eventually, you have to prove your mettle. You have to prove your worth to survive. And I just want to say that when I came into the industry, did I have any connection with the film industry? No.
You had no pedigree of industry, yes.
I had no pedigree at all. Why don't people look at that? And when there is an opportunity for my son to, let us say, enhance his profile as a result of whose son he is, why shouldn't he?
The question is now, 2 years later, you found him that he is now a threat to you?
He should be. I'll be very happy and proud if he is. In fact, he's already beaten me to it.
You have been beaten by your own son.
Absolutely.
And you're feeling proud of it.
Very proud of it.
But in Guru, you saw him that he had performed the role of a two generation, in fact.
That's right. Yes.
Young and old. Mm-hmm. And how you find that kind of a role?
I think it's
you could not have done that.
I'm sure a lot of artists would envy such a role, because we all want some challenging, something to do, something to bite, which is of value and of some worth. And for an artist of his state, let us say, he's still young in the profession, to get an opportunity to work with such a great director like Mani Ratnam and to have such a marvelous role, which anybody would die for.
What about the role of your would-be daughter-in-law?
Excellent. I thought that she performed extremely well. And I'm not just saying it because she's coming into my family, but several others that have seen her have realized that this is one of her finest.
This is a good chemistry between both of them. Don't you think
yes.
It was some kind of a rehearsal of the future, real life?
I hope so.
The other question, which but the director earlier, there are some rivals of your son now because he's so successful, and success has many enemies.
Yes.
And so then director of Dhoom 2, for example,
Yes.
Sanjay, that he made some kind of adverse remarks about
Yeah, I read it and I didn't like it. I've said it before. I think very lowly of a director if he would talk about an artist of his own film in this manner. It shows disrespect for your own crew. Every director chooses his own crew, chooses his own artist. Don't pick Abhishek if you find him to be inferior. But if you have chosen him, and if you are following a certain pattern of a script which is already pre-designed, then to say that, you know, he's beaten and he was less and he was more is unethical.
But don't you think that he should not accepted the role, that kind of role?
I'm very proud that he did, because he followed the relationship that he has with Yash Raj Films and with Adi Chopra. He knew that his role was minuscule, but he still went ahead with it because he didn't want to break the chain, didn't want to break the team. Also the fact that he knew that without him in the film, there would be no story. And the fact that all three of them, Hrithik, Uday, Chopra, Abhishek, they've all grown up together. They're very, very close friends. And I think that they've all exhibited a huge amount of camaraderie and friendship in keeping this brand Dhoom alive.
But not the friendship is also leading to some kind of a rivalry also. It is becoming
Yes,
jealousy in the film.
friendship is different than rivalry.
The rivalry, no, it is happening at a personal level. And what kind of rivalry
But it
taking
happens
place?
everywhere.
And what kind of rivalries?
You have various other journalists whom you're very fond of.
No,
But
journalists
if
don't
you
like
were
each
to-
other anyway, but film...
No, this is a fantasy.
film
This is wrong, probably.
Absolutely. And I'll talk to you about this
Okay.
after a break. Welcome to Headline Special, Shansha Speaks. So we're talking about rivalry. Young directors are now there. You have been working with Karan Johar,
Yes.
you have that Chopra's film, and you have been all friendly with everybody.
Yes.
Now I feel that some of the cliques which are emerging within this industry, they're trying to run each other down, isn't it? You also feel the same way?
No, I don't think so. We are all one big family which is fighting to survive and to outdo the other person. This is perfectly healthy, because when we have rivalry, then we will have progress. I admire the spirit of this younger generation. They're very qualified, they're very determined, they're very aggressive, just like you. And, and they are determined to prove that they are better than what has been there in the past. I think it's the marvelous period in Hindi cinema. And I just am very fortunate that I'm a very small part of it.
No, there are cliques in, because somebody who works for Chopra won't take particular actor, they won't work for each other, that things are happening.
This is a
it?
myth. If you are successful, everybody will take you.
Since you are
If
now,
you are not successful,
since
you're not
you
commercial.
are still successful, you are beaten
you're not a
everybody in the sense,
commercial.
at this age,
You're not of commercial impact.
young old man like you.
I don't know. Maybe there is a certain slot which is being filled in. Maybe they need somebody like me. I don't think that they consider commerce when they think of me. I think they need somebody that
There is
can
no
fill
charity in your business, isn't it?
No, there is no.
So obviously they want you because they make money out of
Absolutely.
you. So
If you're worth it,
if you can
you
be
will be in.
item boy at this age,
Sure.
so they obviously make money because of it.
Absolutely, yeah.
But now there's another threat to the industry from you, because you are now a AAA company. In a sense, in even 4 aces you got in your own family.
Four.
You got Amitabh, Abhishek, Aishwarya, and of course Amar Singh.
Oh, yes.
The
yes.
4A company nobody can face that kind of ace.
I don't know. I hope that you're right. Or aapke muh mein ghee shakkar.
And or 5th A is also there, who's a friend of yours.
Kaun?
Ad Labs and Anil Ambani.
Oh,
So you have got
well,
everything
we are 5 A's. That's
at
tremendous.
this age, possessing all the 5 A's. Is quite lucky, isn't it?
Thank you. That's marvelous. I'm very
But
happy.
don't you think it invites rivalry, some kind of a jealousy?
Oh, yes. There should be rivalry.
Jealousy
We would
also-
enjoy rivalry.
Jealousy also.
Yes, it's very important for us.
And the kind
अगर
of,
जीवन में सब कुछ ठीक ही होता रहे, if everything is moving smooth, then
But
there's
you
no
must-
joy in living.
You must be facing difficulties also because of that.
Yeah, I think it's
Income
part of
tax
life.
rates and everything happening.
That's part of life. That's
Part
part
of
of
life.
life. Yes.
The rates-
The government has certain laws and certain regulations.
It was
And
not
we as
motivated,
citizens,
It was not motivated, you said.
No, not at all. I don't think it was.
But there was talk about your brother donating his own land to you or gifting own land to you.
Yeah, what's wrong with it? My brother gifted land to me, so?
So it was not some kind of saving income tax.
No,
some
no,
kind of
not at
technique.
all. No. How do
Not
you
at
save
all.
income tax?
No,
On the contrary, if it was...
take it, give it back, then take it again.
No,
It
it's
kind
not
of,
that. No. When we bought that property, one was in his name, one was in my name. We are not together financially now. So I felt that we should clean the slate. He has gifted back what is actually mine.
But your brother relationship, you know, I saw in the newspaper, brother was part of your business earlier also. When you
That's
started.
right. But we have decided to part financially. So he's doing his own thing financially, and I do my own thing financially.
Now, when you are now going ahead, what happened to the marriage plans? What do you think is going to happen when the marriage?
Oh, we don't know. We haven't found a date yet. Aishwarya's parents were not in town. They have just come back. We will have several rounds of sittings and decide on a proper
But in
date.
July, you are going on a world tour with Aishwarya.
That's
all
all
of
right.
you for a concert.
No problem.
For a commercial proposition, of course.
Yeah, sure.
But they will go as husband and wife, I hope, by that time.
Well, let's hope so. If they get married before that, they will go as husband and wife. If they are not married, then they'll go as husband and wife to
The
be.
date is yet not fixed.
No, not fixed.
I'm thinking in terms of future, what do you see that you will have a film in all of you will work together?
Yeah, that would be wonderful. I would love to work in a setup where all of us are there. Jaya is there, and Abhishek, and Aishwarya, and myself.
Will you repeat your real life as a film also?
I don't know. This is we have to script the story.
How did you get married to Jayaji?
We can do that. That's a good
And how
idea.
he got married to Aishwarya Rai? He followed your footsteps.
Yeah, but I don't think that people would like to see reality and pay money for it.
Tell me one thing, has he picked up your good habits or bad habits?
Who?
Abhishek.
I don't know what my bad habits
You
are.
married a film actor.
And I don't
he
know
is
what
also
my
married.
good habits are. But I hope that he has picked up the things that will make him a good human being. That would be very important for me.
So that means you are saying you are a good human being. Which
I would like to
everybody-
believe, yes.
Which
Everybody
believes,
believes, yes.
anyway. But your wife says you are a loner. And that is the reason for your success.
I don't know. I don't know why she has said that. But yes, I'm not very comfortable meeting a lot of people. I like to be by myself. I'm happy doing my own things. Maybe if that is the reason, then I'll continue being alone.
If you don't like meeting people, whether you meet your own family members, I'll come back to you on this question after break. Welcome once again to Headline Special Shansha Speaks. I was talking to you. You don't like meeting most of the people. You hate politicians also. You got into politics and then withdrew.
I don't hate them. I just say
Hate
that.
politics. I didn't say hate
Yeah,
politics.
I don't hate it. No, I
Because
don't
then-
hate politics.
Then I would ask
I
question
just
about
say that
Amar
I'm
Singh
not
ji.
qualified to be a politician.
That you contested election, you won,
Yes.
defeated a big giant at
Yes,
that time,
yes,
point of time.
yes.
So you regretting that?
I
joining
don't
politics?
regret it, but I'm not qualified. And I don't like doing politics because I don't know the job.
You are an extremely family person because how do you relate to yourself with the daughter and your son? You are seen more often with your son rather than with your
Yeah,
daughter.
my
You
daughter's
love both
got
of them, I
married,
know. Normally father is seen with the daughters.
Yes.
But in this case, you
No,
are seen by your
but Shweta is equally very close to us. Nothing in our house, despite the fact that she's away in Delhi and we are in Bombay, ever happens without her being informed or consulted. She is, I would say, the more saner element.
She's the same.
She gives a lot of very pertinent advice, and we are all very petrified of
There
her
is no
because
insane element in the family
she
so
is
far.
because she has a very, very strong and a very, very cultivated brain, and we appreciate that. Abhishek, yes, as I said earlier, when I said that if I ever have a son, I would treat him like my friend. I want to continue doing
But
that.
in your family, I mean, you are afraid of your father. You are very strict. And
Yes,
you are
sir.
very disciplinary.
Yes, yes.
Now I feel you have got replacement of your father in your family. His name is Jaya. Her name is Jaya Bachchan. She's very stiff. She fights with you.
Yes, but it's wonderful
keeps
to
you
have,
under control.
Yes, everybody admires that factor of hers. There should be somebody who is grounded, very deep down, very protective of her family, very strong in her opinions, and very right also. Initially, it may look as though she's being stubborn or is being indifferent or is not looking at logic, but in the end, eventually, whatever she has stipulated or said always comes out right. She has a sixth sense. She has an instinct about life, about people. We sometimes challenge her, but she's never wrong.
But one thing I want to ask you, because always people talk about your rivalry, political motives are attached. You are doing so many advertisements for UP government.
Yes.
Are you doing after conviction or for commercial reasons?
No, there's no commerce involved in it. I'm the brand ambassador as
Oh, Uttar
designated
Pradesh.
by the Development Council, and my job is to propagate Uttar Pradesh as a state where we can invite investment and
You
a
will
lot
do
of.
quite often.
Oh yes.
You will not campaign politically.
No, I date where I was born in, 7 generations of Council, and my job is to propagate Uttar Pradesh as a state where we can invite investment and
You
a
will
lot
do
of.
quite often.
Oh yes.
You will not campaign politically.
No, I don't. I'm not in politics.
You are not a politician. Policy not in
But if I have to talk about my state where I was born in, 7 generations of my family have been born and died there. I feel proud doing that for Uttar Pradesh.
But still, you're so popular even now. You're the Prime Minister of Bollywood. People say that.
Are you not wanting me to be popular?
No, you're the Prime Minister of Bollywood, isn't it? You're number one. Our India Today poll says
These
you
are wonderful
number one.
words that you construct.
Triple A company, Prime Minister of Bollywood, most popular hero. Son is second popular.
We don't really know that.
With your son.
These are
Your daughter, would be daughter-in-law, is still number one?
contests that are done in the media.
Perception. It is people perception they are doing.
Well,
That's what it
we
is.
will humbly accept your perception.
Are you going to do another film with your son?
Yes, we are doing one. I'm doing a song in one of his films.
Again, item boy.
Another item. Joom Barabar Joom. Should be out by the middle of the year.
The other thing which you're talking, because I'm coming back to the Basha, you're the Shansha. The Basha keep talking about you. He doesn't miss a point to talk about you. Do you think he's your competitor even now? He's at 42. What I am today, he's 64.
Yeah. Yes, there is a 25-year gap between Shah Rukh and me. I'm presuming you're talking about Shah Rukh. Yes, and competition is good.
Because he says
rivalry is
good.
We should compete with each other.
You have achieved at 64, so you've got 24 years left in his life.
Yeah, sure.
To achieve it.
Exactly. That's how it should be.
But have you seen latest KBC3?
I haven't seen it, Prabhuji, but I will in time.
You must have heard the buzz about it.
I keep reading the papers, yes, and I talk to people, and they come and tell me about it.
But even Don, you must have seen Don at least.
I saw Don, yes.
So
he kept a trial for me.
Did you find anything which he
I
did
found
better than you?
I found that the story was not the same. They had made some changes there, which I felt the original was better. But their technology and their presentation was very, very superior, very far superior.
I'm talking about the acting.
Yes, of course, Shah Rukh is a very accomplished actor.
But he was not a real Don.
No, if he's playing a character, he played that character.
Do you think that even only the script was not?
I felt that I liked the original story better, but they made some changes, which this is their choice.
But why do people talk about you and he all the time? Because what's the reason?
I don't know. You should ask the people who talk.
But he talks then. Why should he talk?
You should ask him.
Yeah, I asked him.
What did he say?
You must have seen my Seedhi Baat with him.
No, I didn't.
No, so because 1 hour, he in fact told me that if I was outside, he would have killed me. कि मैं जेल में होता और आप ऊपर होते जब मैंने आपके बारे में सवाल 2-3 पूछे उनसे. So what is the reason? Because you think it's a political?
No. Why should there be anything political? What's political?
Because you are friend with a certain kind of politician. His friendship with another kind of politician.
At the end of the day, there is only one politician. That's the box office. If you're good in box office, you're the friend of everyone. If you're not, nobody's going to look at you.
So you're still good at box office.
I hope
still
so.
bring money.
I hope so. Yes.
Return to investment.
And we strive and we work and we try to keep that box.
So return to investment in this market is still better for everybody.
We hope.
Triple A company. Do you retire as an actor or a father-in-law or what?
I would like to, not retire at all. I would like to still keep going as long as I can. But if there were circumstances which forced me not to work, then I'd be happy being a father.
So you will keep posing threat to your own son and his friends.
If he's an actor and if I'm an actor,
yeah, I'm talking about the industry. Okay, we'll see who defeats whom. Ultimately, you accepted defeat now. Thanks for coming to Headlines today. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.